Laurence Fox, the actor turned politician, was found liable last week for defamation, having called two people paedophiles on Twitter, and I did a separate video on that explaining why he was found to have defamed them. In a counterclaim, Laurence Fox sued three people for defamation after they called him a racist on Twitter. Now, his counterclaim in this case was dismissed by the judge. So does that mean that the judge found that he was indeed a racist? Well, the answer to that question is it's not as simple as that. And in this video, I'm going to briefly explain the law on defamation. And then having done so, I'm going to talk about why the judge dismissed Laurence Fox's claim and answer the question of whether or not the judge found that he was indeed a racist. Now, welcome to my channel, Andy on Crime, where I talk about high-profile criminal cases and other aspects of criminal law in England and Wales. So starting with the law of defamation, the person bringing the claim for defamation, known as the claimant, must prove on the balance of probabilities that the defendant, the person making the comment, the defendant's words were defamatory, and that the words refer to the claimant, and that the words have been published. Now, words are considered defamatory if, 1, they tend to lower the claimant in the eyes of right-thinking members of society generally, and or 2, they cause the claimant to be shunned or avoided, and or 3, they expose the claimant to hatred, contempt and ridicule. Now, the Defamation Act of 2013 raised the threshold for what defamation is, and Section 1(1) of the Defamation Act states that a statement is not defamatory unless its publication has caused or is likely to cause serious harm to the reputation of the claimant, and this will be important later in this video. The three people who were being sued by Laurence Fox, Simon Blake, drag artist Crystal and Nicola Thorpe, were all arguing the defence of honest opinion, which is a legitimate defence under Section 3 of the Defamation Act 2013. To prove a defence of honest opinion, you need to prove three things outlined in sections 3.2 to 3.4 of the Act, and on screen now for you to look at. Firstly, the statement was a statement of opinion. Secondly, the statement complained of indicated the basis of the opinion. And thirdly, an honest person could have the opinion on the basis of a fact which existed at the time the statement complained of was published, and anything asserted to be a fact in a privileged statement published before the statement complained. So in effect, if the defendants to Laurence Fox's libel claim could argue that it was an honest opinion and the judge agreed with that, in effect agreeing that Laurence Fox was a racist, then his libel claim would be defeated. So, is that what the judge found? Well, actually, no. She never actually had to consider the defence of the defendants of honest opinion for the reasons which I will outline now. So returning to what I said a moment ago about a statement not being defamatory unless its publication has caused or is likely to cause serious harm to the reputation of the claimant. This is what the judge found in this case. So does that mean that it is not defamation to call someone a racist? No, it doesn't mean that at all. You could suffer reputational damage by being called a racist, and indeed the fact that Laurence Fox was able to bring his case to trial proves that. So having been able to prove that someone could suffer reputational damage by being called a racist, the next thing for Laurence Fox to prove was that the words were defamatory and caused him serious harm. If he was able to do this, then the defence of the defendants would then be tested. Now, the reason that his claim failed was that the judge found that the specific tweets from Simon Blake and drag artist Crystal and Nicola Thorpe had not caused material reputational harm for Fox. The judge noted in her judgment that Fox himself often throws around accusations that people or organisations are racists. As a result, Laurence Fox's claim for defamation failed without the defence of the others even being considered. So does the judgment conclude that Laurence Fox is indeed a racist? Well, the answer to that question is no, and the judge specifically addresses this point in her judgment, stating, "This judgment accordingly contains no determination of, or any view about, whether or not A, the opinion that Mr. Fox was a racist was one an honest person could have held, and was indeed genuinely so held, or B, the imputation that Mr. Fox was a racist was substantially true. These are not questions it properly falls for me to resolve within the framework of this litigation on its own particular facts and evidence. Now, clearly Laurence Fox would have sought a judgment highlighting definitively that he was not a racist, but that decision was not forthcoming by the judge. So to summarise, to prove his claim, Laurence Fox had to show the tweets calling him a racist caused him serious reputational harm, which he failed to do so. As a result, the judge never considered the defence raised by the others of honest opinion, and therefore, whilst he lost his claim, the judge did not make a judgment on whether or not Laurence Fox is indeed a racist. That's all for this video. If you do have any comments, then please drop them down below. If you did enjoy this video, then please do give it a like. And if you'd like to see more from me, then please do subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Take care.